The car was found abandoned on East Street. She was able to program her computer. He had an abnormal level of testosterone. You will find the answer to your question in the above text. She was absent from school last week. There was absolute silence in the room. The abstract painting shows a black square on a white background. He strongly opposes the new law, saying it's absurd. We still have an abundant supply of water. The academic year starts in September and ends in June. 9.6. The factory is easily accessible by road and rail. The measurements were very accurate. Were you acquainted with my sister, Mary? He is still very active despite his age. The actual temperature differed from the predicted one. The pain was so acute I could barely speak. He is addicted to cocaine. We need some additional dishes. The food wasn't adequate. My 3-year-old niece is so adorable. Crying because you didn't get a present isn't an adult behavior. The school uses advanced teaching methods. Unfortunately, those new buildings have little aesthetic value. I'm afraid of spiders. You need to be more aggressive to succeed as a businessman. Although she's 80, she still has an incredibly agile mind. 80. I've only 3 hours of sleep and definitely I'm not feeling very alert today. 3. A person working in an alien culture needs to be very tactful. The two products are very alike. The nerve is no longer alive. All men are mortal. The doctor said that the rash was an allergic reaction to nuts. I want to be alone. The hotel was all right, nothing special. We need to think of an alternative strategy. She works as a teacher, but she's also an amateur singer. It's amazing how annoying he can be. I'm frustrated by your ambiguous instructions. She's really ambitious. She wants to be a famous writer. He had ample food for the party. He used to tell really amusing stories that made everybody laugh. In her term paper she analyzed ancient civilizations such as those of the Etruscans and Sumerians. Don't be angry over such trivial matters. The concert has become an annual event. We've received an anonymous donation of £100,000. 10. She owns beautiful antique furniture. I'm anxious to see his new film. These towns are many miles apart. This film is not appropriate for children. It's an archaic law that should be immediately changed. He's an arrogant and rude individual. She bought some artificial flowers to decorate the room. There were mixed opinions on the artistic merit of her paintings. We were all asleep when the phone rang. If you want to be a good salesman, you have to be more assertive. Since I was helped by an assistant librarian and not the librarian himself, I couldn't find the book. He's very attached to his old car and doesn't want to change it. She is a very attractive woman. They installed automatic doors in the building. I'm afraid there are no seats available. He's just an average, not particularly effective worker. I'm still not fully awake. I am aware of the difficulties. I hope that you know it's an awesome responsibility. The weather was awful. He arrived at an awkward time. They ran away through the back entrance. The movie was a bad choice. I didn't like it. He is well known for his common sense and balanced opinions. Most middle-aged men are slowly going bald. I hate those bare walls, they make me feel like a prisoner. The basic ingredient of spaghetti is pasta. This blue velvet dress is beautiful. I can't take my eyes off it. Her new dress is very becoming. Dearly beloved, we are here to welcome John and his family. I think you will find my invention highly beneficial. North America has the world's best climate for wild grapes. She's better at maths than at history. We lost because the referee was biased against our team. I love big cities such as New York. The medicine has a bitter taste. What a bizarre coincidence. She was wearing a little black dress. Can I have a blank sheet of paper, please? Although she was completely blind, she had no problems moving around or playing. The blue whale is the world's largest living animal. With his bluff manner, John's actually a nice man. This knife is too blunt to cut bread. All the certificates he showed during the interview were bogus. That was a bold move for someone as meaningless as you are. I am so bored that I can fall asleep any minute now. The lecture was so boring that I fell asleep. I was born in Shenzhen. She kept her diary in the bottom drawer. If you start undressing yourself in the office, you are bound to attract attention. It was very brave to do such a risky thing. The Prime Minister made a brief visit to the factory. The sun was bright and hot. The idea he came up with was simply brilliant. British influence can be observed in the legal systems of its former colonies such as Canada or Australia.